Many men who work 60-hour weeks, travel lots for work, are managing a team and have a family to provide for often struggle to lose body fat and build muscle. But the reason that they struggle is because the approach doesn't align with their real life. It consists of PT sessions, hours of cardio, restrictive diets, and cutting out carbohydrates, which might work for a few weeks, but then real life hits and you fall off track and realize that those methods were never sustainable. For this very reason, I built our Metabolic Mastery method to help high-performing men just like you lose body fat and build muscle simultaneously. Now, I know from experience what this is like and how to lose body fat and add lean muscle at the same time because I've gone through my own journey, my own transformation, as you can see from the photos here. But I haven't just helped myself. I've worked with over 700 high-performing men to get them in the shape of their life using this very method, our Metabolic Mastery method. So in this video, I want to walk through the exact framework on how to lose body fat and build muscle simultaneously. But the first step here is to understand why most men fail and why most men get this wrong. Because I realize that men want to get lean. Men want to drop body fat, but they don't have 6 days a week to train, and they can't spend every single minute of every single day on the treadmill, weighing out rice and doing all the things that just bodybuilders preach at guys. It's not realistic to guys who are managing teams, working 60, 70-hour weeks and have families. So our Metabolic Mastery method takes time-constrained men, busy men, from looking soft and out of shape into the shape of their life. Lean, more muscle, less body fat. Now, most programs out there are just unrealistic. They do not take into consideration real life. And a lot of the guys that we've worked with who have tried other things before said that the reason that this works is because it just suits them. It suits their lifestyle, it suits their work, it suits their family. Now, the frustrating thing here is when you try these things that don't take into consideration real life, you're left stuck, out of shape, and frustrated. Things like fad diets, for example, generic diets, cookie cutter plans, unrealistic fitness plans that just maybe do well for a matter of weeks, but then when, like we said, real life hits, you fall off track. Rep counting PTs who, as we can see from this photo, do some ridiculous things in the gym with you and you see no results. They maybe act more like a cheerleader, they count your reps, but they aren't a results-driven specialist. And you soon realize anyway that actually 80% of your results come from your diet. So if you just do the rep counting PT sessions once or twice a week, you aren't going to see results. The results actually come from the other 23 hours of the day outside of that one session, which are around your routine, your structure, and your nutrition and diet. Thirdly, you might try on your own again, but then realize quickly that you don't have the time, you don't have the resources to actually make this work and get results. Now, one of my favorite quotes here is from Einstein. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. Now, I see this a lot. A lot of guys try the fads and they do it again and again and again. They go on that cycle. They try the PTs and again and again and again, or they try on their own and still end up in the same position 6 months, a year later. So now we've realized that none of the above is the actual answer here. This is the exact framework here that over 700 time-constrained men who are out of shape have used. Firstly, step one, you must understand your calorie intake. Without understanding calories, without understanding your calorie deficit, without understanding the amount of calories you need to consume, you will not get results. Now, you can use a lot of calculations that are out there online, Harris-Benedict formula, many different equations, but the one that's going to be very simple for this video for us to use is literally just going to do your body weight in pounds multiplied by 15. That's going to give you your maintenance calories. If you simply eat at maintenance, you will maintain weight. You won't lose weight, you won't gain weight, but you'll maintain the weight that you're at. So we do want to lose body fat. So we have to drop ourselves into that slight calorie deficit. As you can see here, if we subtract 500 calories from our maintenance calories, we are going to be in that deficit. And if we eat here, we're going to start losing weight. Now, what's very important after we've worked out our calories is to work out our protein intake. Now, to be accurate with this, it's worth understanding your current weight, but also how much body fat you have. Now, general rule of thumb here is to consume around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. However, if you have a lot more weight to lose and a lot more body fat to lose and you carry a lot more mass, then you might want to eat less than this. Now, I use this sliding scale here because 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is in the middle. But if you have more weight and more fat to lose, you want to drop to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. But if you are leaner, you have more muscle, and you maybe only have a little bit of body fat to lose, slide up that scale and consume 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight, okay? But for 90% of you watching this video, 1 gram of protein is going to be perfect for you guys. Thirdly is our resistance training. Because with our members who are time constrained, limited on time, they do not have the time to train 6 days every single week. So we use our metabolic strength-based workouts here. 3 sessions a week, 45 minutes, that is it. Short, sharp, impactful workouts, targeted, efficient, and designed to build lean muscle and torch the fat without wasting time and doing junk volume that's unnecessary. No hours of cardio, just purely short, sharp workouts that deliver the result that you want. But the key principles here to these training sessions, firstly, is going to be progressive overload, because this is where we are looking to improve and increase reps or weight each week. Now, this shows what we can do in terms of 2 forms of progressive overload. Firstly, it might be increasing our reps. So lifting the same weight from week 1 to week 2, but just looking to get an extra rep out of that set. That's going to be one form of progressive overload. Second form would be looking to actually increase the weight that we lift. So from week 1 to week 2, we might actually look at increasing by 5 kilograms that we're lifting, because we want to show signs of improvement. We want to track our weights, track our reps, and every week look to improve. So progressive overload is vital if we're looking to build muscle. The second key principle here is training intensity. You have to train with intent. You cannot just go through the motions. You cannot just go 3 sets of 10, move on to the next exercise and expect results. You have to try and cause adaptations here. You have to put the muscles to that point of failure. You have to train with intensity. So always look to not just go through the motions, always look to work hard in every single set and train close to failure. And then the third thing is going to be execution accuracy, because you cannot just train by throwing weights around, lifting too heavy, not actually working the muscle that we want to be working, and just trying to look good in the gym with heavy weight. You have to train with accuracy and execution. So make sure your movements are performed very, very well. Step 4 is going to be expenditure. You need to do more than you do on an average day. You don't need to hit 10,000 steps like everyone says you do, because if you're sedentary, like the majority of the guys that we work with are, who are sat down at a desk all day, who maybe only average 3,000 to 4,000 steps because they are super busy with work, trying to go from 3,000 to 4,000 straight to 10,000 is going to be unrealistic. And it's not going to work. So just look at your average daily steps for the day. You can do this on your phone, your Fitbit, your steps app on your phone, whatever it might be. Look at your daily average. Just look to improve on that by a little bit daily. Okay, go from 4,000 to 5,000 and just look to increase your daily movement by a little bit. That is going to have a significant impact on your results. Now, step 5 is going to be our adjustments, because over the course of this transformation, over the course of this journey, you are going to hit fat loss plateaus. You can see here on my client Steven's fat loss graph that on this journey, he's hit plateaus. We've dropped body fat, hit that plateau, dropped body fat, hit that plateau. So in any fat loss or body recomposition journey, you have to be able to adjust when you hit these plateaus. Now, there are 2 main ways to increase your deficit, which is how you get out of those plateaus. So firstly, is going to be increasing your movement. You can add more steps than what we've just spoken about. So you can look to add an additional 1,000 steps onto your daily average than what you were doing previously, because that's going to increase your deficit. The second one would be adding in some low intensity, steady state cardio. Something low intensity, not HIIT, not high intensity, not boot camps, but something low intensity that's less demanding on the body. If you increase your list cardio, that is another way to increase your deficit, which will help you get out of these plateaus. Then the other way that we can increase this deficit is by reducing the amount of food that we eat. Now, specifically, we want to reduce carbs or fats. So bring your carbs or fats down a little bit, but keep your proteins high. As we mentioned earlier, proteins are super, super important. So keep proteins very, very high. When we're looking to reduce foods to increase our deficit, you want to pull them from carbs or fats, not proteins. Now, this is exactly how you can use the metabolic mastery method to lose 15 pounds of body fat and build muscle simultaneously. But if you do want a bit more information on this method, rather than just a short video here, I have put a video on the link below where you can go and watch that for free, completely for free, to understand exactly how you can implement the metabolic mastery method today and start seeing tangible results, real results from today. You just click the link below, you can watch that video, it's completely free, and it walks you through our metabolic mastery method. But if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. You can feel free to DM me on Instagram at Harry Knights Coaching. I am spending a lot of time in the inbox where guys are asking questions. I reply to guys. I speak with guys in my inbox every single day, helping them out. So feel free to message me over there at Harry Knights Coaching. But make sure you like and subscribe and click that video below if you want more information on the metabolic mastery method, because that is the exact method that has helped over 700 high-performing men get in the shape of their life. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.